Good afternoon, everyone. Kitty Foss here, your storytelling astrologist, reader of the stars for October 23rd and October 24th. So today's energy is very, very interesting. I was going to do this a little bit earlier, and I had a friend call, and she is actually living exactly what this energy is I'm about to talk about. And something is happening over the next 2 days that takes that homeostasis that we've been talking about, that balance, that energy that we have been aligning in all levels, and really brings it forward. So let's take a look at the energy that steps forth. So we have a Scorpio moon in this time Scorpio. By the way, the Scorpion sun promises and continues in each and every day so far and up on through the 24th, taking action about either moving forward, pausing or moving forward. Scorpio really is that deep dive into the darkness to find the light. It is the birth and death transitions. It's always about transformation and change. And change is something universally, depending how we look at it, that brings fear forth. So just be aware of that. So as that moon moves, transformation happens with clarity today. Alignment of the will being shifted with our own experience. How we communicate this transformation, how we deal with it, the structures that are present today are calling upon us to align with the homeostasis, getting everything, all of the levels. We are a body that is in spirit versus spirit being in the body and presents itself today. This alignment, this development of this homeostasis balance is really part of this bigger evolutionary energy. Now, very interestingly, today is a lot about the daily energies. Tomorrow is about the big themes. And so that always means they're leading back and forth across the bridge. And the bridge planets are being activated today. That's Jupiter and Saturn. So we take that Scorpion moon and we evolve. We have different structures that will step forth today to teach us things. Different structures internally about flow, different structures externally that may step forward. My conversation this morning was very much about stepping into the alignment of what my friend feels, and something is presenting itself for her to deal with. That is a key for today. Personal expansion is working in the background to see that we nurture and work around this balance, this transformation. This is the day to understand knowledge is power. True knowledge is power. Fifth agreement, be skeptical and learn to listen. Take a look, because this is a lot about your internal activation. Do I need to activate? Is this about me? Am I being asked to do something different? Knowledge is powerful today. Know thyself and be willing to sit with yourself while you figure something out. If you don't know an answer, there's a reason that you don't know the answer. And then tomorrow, that moon moves void, of course, very quickly and moves into the moon of truth. Our Sagittarius energy steps forward. Sagittarius truth and expansion. That's at 12:19 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the 24th. And very interestingly, at that point is when all three of our themes kind of step forward. First of all, we have a trine with Neptune. We move to the moon of truth with that Pisces energy. What are we visiting from our last cycle with spirit? That internally we're working on that homeostasis to move so things align. And at the same time, there is an opposition that steps forth with a kind of chaotic energy. So as I'm working to align and in the background spirit, it's bringing forth that energy, that information to step into some kind of alignment, a midpoint that is chaotic, but yet it's an activation. So we're kind of looking for that opposition, that balance. And to experience this, we're able to really activate that Pluto energy that is in um, Aquarius. What is the vision? What is the collectiveness that we're being called to be a part of? The true vision, not only of who we are, but what is evolving, what is stepping forth. We're activating our own stories, our own revolution, and we're doing this aloud because we do have this conversation that's also expanding our voice that's happening, our voice, our Mercury energy, experiencing transformation, experiencing being able to share that transformation. And interestingly enough, it's really not about moving forward at this point. There is some real discernment, looking at the fact that the sun, that very busy, once again, Scorpio sun, is asking us, and it is the ruler, by the way, of that Scorpion energy, there's this discernment being asked with Pluto in that transformation of what will move us forward, what is the true step to take forward. So we're able to activate that transformation in truths, and then we use the discernment of what is the step I take to move forward. And with that Mercury that is trining that Jupiter energy, we are asked to nurture our expansion and experience and transformation. Share it with your voice. You'll feel through that homeostasis all the possibilities and probabilities by what you are aligning to. What you have decided deserves our alignment is where your actions are going to be taken. The truth of the matter is, over this next couple of days, you don't have time for anything else but that level of alignment. Time is important. In order for you to step forward, take care of what you are called to do, not, I don't want to use the word not, call what you've aligned yourself with. You don't even have time to look at the next step. It's all in the present moment. And when you pay attention, you'll see what you need to step forward. I'm Kitty Foss. I will be back on the 25th. Welcome, Scorpio season. Namaste.